Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to Bitcoin update. So we have seen from the past few days there's quite weakness in the market, and there isn't any strength seen yet in the market. So let's look where. So if you look at the last time Bitcoin tested a strong support at 39,600, we had a very strong bounce from this. After this bounce, Bitcoin actually went up to a height of made a new all-time high at $69,000. After we had seen a quite weakness, and then we had the first correction. It was after the findings of the new case, the Omicron virus, and then after that we had seen another correction with speculations of the hike in taxes. So currently there is a meeting of FAMC on Jan 25, 26. So that's one more reason why we're expecting why there's fear in the market and there isn't seen any buying activities. If you see out of all those red candles which we have been seeing in the past week, and this is the daily chart. So in the daily chart, if you see from the past weeks, there are quite strong red candles, but there isn't any strong green candles from the past week. So there is a green candle expected over here, and we have tested the strong support. Losing this support at 39,600 makes us enter the bear market, and which isn't good. And for in the larger picture, bear market is what useful, since we'll have a good flush in the market. In the sense, a lot of scam projects, then a lot of new projects, which promises a lot. But will it sustain the bear market, where the number of transactions is reduced, the number of money flowing in the market is reduced? So it's a good test, and when you look at that way, it's good for the market. But let's look what are the possibilities for what you say for Bitcoin from here. So if you look at the part, what can be expected for the last time Bitcoin tested the support, we had a great strong candle, but then it ranged sideways, and then it broke out from you, and then it made a good peak. We had strong green days ahead of us. So what can we expect to it? This is but last time when we had there weren't weakness in the market, but currently there is weakness. The difference between these two charts is, you can see a lot of red candle. There isn't enough green candles to sustain it. So over here, what we can expect is Bitcoin moved sideways for a while, and then we can see it. We saw panic selling over here up to a point of 39,600, the strong support where Bitcoin had tested the last time. And then from here, we can expect at least a what is a relief bounce. A relief bounce, we can expect a relief bounce up to 44,000 to 45,600. So we can expect a bounce up to this range, and not much. And then again, we might continue downtrend because there isn't any strength in the market at the moment. So let us look into some of the ALTs. Let's consider. Let's look into Eldroll. So if you look at Eldroll, it is at strong support. So last time Bitcoin had tested, I guess the what do you say, 39,600. It's similar support over here at $188. It ranges up to $182. So we had seen it tests support. There's a wick below the support, but it we consider it as a stop loss hunt. And then there's these dips are bought back, and it's currently holding the support. So what happens? So Eldroll, if you consider EGLD, so Eldroll is going to follow Bitcoin. So as Eldroll tested its strong support 1600, the chart is quite similar. If Bitcoin loses 39,600, Bitcoin is going to move towards $35,000, whereas Eldroll is going to move towards $120. So the chart is quite similar of Bitcoin and Eldroll. So even even on over here, we can expect a relief bounce up to this resistance up to $219, $219. We can expect a bounce, and then we can expect what you say. Then it depends on the market. If I'm expecting recession, we can expect the market to test $120. The currently it's at strong support EGLD. So I wouldn't recommend any of you guys to panic sell, or you guys can keep your stop loss. So if you look over here closer, there has been, this is considered as stop loss hunt. So this is quite often we have been seen in what is a crypto market. Even the past time we can see the few wicks below the support doesn't mean we have lost the support. We consider this as stop loss hunt. So your stop loss, imagine let's consider you take an entry at a price of $185 or $186. So just look at the previous charts till what price was the stop loss hunt. So over here we can see it went up to $172. So you keep your stop loss at $170 so that you avoid being stop loss hunt and quick recovery. So because that is going to be what want to piss you up, or you feel like you're not going to use stop loss again. So at the moment, don't panic sell your LTs, just keep stop loss, and you can take entries for swing trading. But to be frank, there isn't strength in global market or in crypto market at the moment. So if you guys have any requests, any ALT recommendation, you guys can put in the comments. I look into it and I'll post it. Let's look into one more ALT called Sol. Solana is one of the front runners of this this crypto run, and it actually made a lot of investors rich. But let's look. It's so if you look at Sol, give me a second. There is a support at this point, and there are wicks below it, which I've said earlier. This all are stop loss. What you say? Stop loss hunting wicks. So it's testing its strong support. It's $133, and this is a good entry for Sol if you're considering it as what you say a bounce. In a bull point of view, every investor who is bullish and who expects Bitcoin to bounce from here, this point is really good entry for Sol. But for in point of bearish point of view, if we lose the support, we are going to move towards $80 and below 80, and we might bottom out near 66 dollars in a bear market. So there isn't what you say. I wouldn't recommend panic selling over here. We lose the support only if Bitcoin loses 49,600. And yeah, $39,600. So I'm expecting a bounce for Bitcoin to up to 45,600 or $45,000 up to that range. So we can expect a bounce in Sol too. So we can see it's the similar chart of Bitcoin. There isn't any buying candles. You can see there isn't any green candles from the past few weeks. So there is going to come a green candle. There should be some buying activity because it has been continuously red for the past few weeks. We at least up to 150. We can see a bounce up to 150. If even though if we are bearish, a bear market doesn't mean only red candles. It's a combination of red and green. In a bull, it's combination of green and red. But here it's combination of red and green. So even if it's a bear market, we'll see a bounce. I'm expecting a bounce up to $150, where it's considered as a relief bounce. Since we had a lot of red days, we can expect a green day over here. And then if you're in a bear market, we're going to go a lower support. We might see a bounce over here small, and then we will bottom out. And to happen up to you, it's going to take at least 12 months. It's not going to go in a single week. It's not going to happen in a single week. It's going to take time, even though if it's bear market. So this is a chart for Sol, and let's look into Matic. Matic chart is actually quite strong. Out of all the charts which have been showing you for a while, Matic chart has lesser red candles compared to other charts. You can see it's still, if you look over here, it's still above the support. I mean, even though if it tests away, we can expect a bounce. Even Matic chart in the sense, if we can expect a easy bounce up to 2.6. There are investors who believe in the project and who expect a good rally, who have already had a good rally, and who expect more uptrend for Matic. But I wouldn't recommend entry. I would recommend entry for other ELTs, but I wouldn't recommend entry for Matic, since in a bear point of view, valued. In a bull point of view, obviously investors like this token, they expect it gonna had or actually had one more rally. But in a bear point of view, the current price, it should be near one point. I expect near $1.5. It's up to near $2 currently. But if you're considering with the market, it should be near 1.5. So in a bear point of view, this is overvalued. So only coin which I wouldn't recommend entry is Matic. For that reason, a good entry in a bear market would be at this point near 0.7 to $0.8. That would be a good entry for Matic in a bear market. it's showing good strength, and I'm quite impressed with Matic actually, to be honest. So let's look into ORN USDT. So we're looking at Origin. It's the chart of ORN is obviously any bear, any bullish sign from the past few months, I guess. After the rally, after the $30 peak, there isn't, it was unable to hold above $10, to be honest, and it just the price has been dumping. Lack of marketing, this shows although you have a good project, but lack of marketing, this is what's going to happen. But let's say it's buy zone. I have kept a buy zone. I have two buy bids. One is at $3.5, and one more is below $2 at one point, starting from $1.6 up to, yeah, 1.7 So this is my first buy zone for ORN, and it's look if you look at the chart, it's not quite far. Last time when when I showed this entry thing, I guess, so that time a lot of them were you have to just dream for this entry when the price is never going to reach 3.6. But now if I say the entry for 3.5 3.6, there are a lot of investors who panic to who fear to buy at this buy zone too. They expect the price to go more lower. So this is how the sentiment changes. So overrun is not at investors have been selling it below the support to like market sell. There has been market sell at this price. So the next support zone is where we can expect a bounce up to 4.8, and then we can see a lower support if we are the bear market. Currently, it's just oversold since there isn't much activity or disappointment from the investors. This must be the reason for losing the support, because a lot of ALTs are at strong support, but we have a strong support. I mean, the buy zone, which we are going to take an entry, which I had kept this buy zone for bear market. I expected to reach the buy zone when Bitcoin is at 30,000 or $32,000, but looks like when Bitcoin tests $30,000, we'll be below $2 at this rate. So I at January by January end, we are actually will reduce the fees for Ethereum when you use Orion terminal. So that could bring more bring more users on the terminal. But in a bear market, there are less users, whereas there are more holders. So will investors trade when there isn't much movement? That the team should figure out and should come up with something. So that is for ORN. So if you guys have any ALTs, you guys can put in the comment. Let's look into Zilliqa. So there was a news that Zilliqa entering metaverse, and which got me bullish, to be honest. And Zilliqa was one of our favorite projects, and we made a lot of cash in Zilliqa, which was recommended in the bear market. I guess from the price of 0.00 had done 10 to 15x for us already, $1, and but it didn't have a rally like Cardano or other ELTs which we were expecting it to do. So that's somewhat disappointment. There has been quite selling from the investors, early investors. So what's going on with ON? With Zilliqa. With Zilliqa, the chart is quite similar as Bitcoin. There has been a lot of red candles from the past. You can see the only one day green candle. It's not even a proper green candle. There has been continuous red candles over here for Zilliqa. So that's the only reason we are expecting a bounce. A bounce is near, and that too it's on strong support. You can see every ALTs in the market except few have lost a strong support. Rest all have just had stop loss hunt, and then they have bounced and they have come above the support. So we can expect a bounce for Zilliqa. Let's see, it has such a strong support. A bounce, it can bounce up to $0.76. We're expecting a bounce. And let's look in a bearish point of view. So in a bearish point of view, we can see if Bitcoin loses 39,600, even we are going to lose this strong support for Zilliqa. And when Bitcoin holds 32 or $30,000 support, Zilliqa is going to test this level, which is $0.027. So in a bear point of view, we are going to test this level, and then when we expect Bitcoin to bounce from $30,000, we'll expect Zilliqa to bounce and make a high of near 0.045. So These are two scenarios. If we get the bounce over here, if we don't get the bounce, we are going to go lower support, and they're in the market. And we might even see single wicks dollars, which we had seen earlier in May crash. If somebody asks us what is the bottom in a bear market for good investment, I 0.01 or maybe 0.01 to 0.015. That's a good investment in a bear market if you enter the bear market, and you'll get this price range after 12 to 18 months. Maybe by May 2023 you might get this entry price. So you got to be patient. If you even you want to make profit, you got to be patient. Even to even to take an entry, you have to be profit. Doesn't mean you have to trade every single day. So that's for Zilliqa. So let's look into BNB. BNB was holding quite well compared to the rest of the market. Ethereum BNB didn't see a quite sell off because of the bullish news in the headquarters in Dubai too, which had seen, and it's quite good. So BNB is going to be one of those front runners in the 2025 run, since it's growing every single day. There are a lot of recruitment going on, a lot of projects they have undertaken, a lot of exchanges they have undertaken, like under Binance cloud. There are a lot of new exchanges in Europe, then in Asia. So in a lot of countries they have been what do you say, sponsoring a lot of projects and a lot of exchanges. So Binance is going to grow in long term. So investing in BNB in bear market is like investing in Ethereum. So we can see whenever BNB had a good correction. Last time it had a correction from $679, which was all time high, and then it had a correction up to $200. And but it within few months, maybe a months of 4 months, it saw a peak up to $667. So we can see why BNB is quite bullish and why investors like this token. So, in a bear point of view, I can say that bottom for BNB could be maybe $220, but I'm being conservative over here because since I like BNB and I expect it to be a front runner. I'm being conservative up to 220, but it can go up to $126. BNB can hit $126 within if you enter bear market by May 2023. It might hit 126 to 124, and being conservative, like if there are strong updates out or any strong BNB hold $250, and it's possible. So if you guys have any coins which need analysis, you can put in the comments. I'll look into it. So let's look into Ethereum. So even Ethereum lost strong support, and currently it's holding. And this is, I guess, it's again a stop loss on 3,000. It should have hold $3,000. It's below $3,000 again, and this was just stop loss on time field. And a bounce is needed even for Ethereum. Strong red candles, no green. There isn't any green. So there should be at least a single green day, single or two continuous. So we can expect the price to go up to 250. $3,500. We can expect the price to go up to $3,500. So that's all for today. So thank you guys for joining, and I'll stop my stream here.